And today I want to do a recording and talking about the most important thing in business. And this is something that seems on the surface very basic, very simple, very obvious, but all of us struggle with it still. What is that one key ingredient? That is marketing and sales. Marketing and sales. The only thing that drives your business to success or failure is how much marketing and sales you are doing. Yes, there are other factors such as how well you handle the client, what your lifetime value with the client is. But if you have one client and you don't get any more, there's no point in optimizing your process if you don't have enough customers to run through the process. So, when you think to yourself, I need to do more sales, I need more customers, but you sit around and keep doing what you're doing, not focusing on sales, not actually doing activities that will bring in more customers, you sit there and just, in those low moments when the chart is pointing down into the right, in the red, then you're like, I really need to get on this sales thing. I really need to get on this marketing thing. But you don't do anything even then. You sit there and sit there and sit there. And let me be clear, when I say sit there, you're piddling with other things. You're dealing with operations problems. You're dealing with answering emails. All things that at some level are legitimate tasks. But the problem is you never actually take time out to do your marketing. And what happens? Well, it's what you've been experiencing over the past few years. It's up and down. Up, really down. A little up, a lot down. And it just keeps going in perpetuity. It never ends. And the reason I can talk like this and explain to you exactly the picture that you're experiencing is because I did the same thing. For 8 years, I talked to myself and told myself I need to do more sales. So 8 years ago, I started my business. I'd kept a diary. And I remember last year, actually, I was writing down something in my diary, and I said, I need to focus on sales. I'm really not doing much with sales. That is the golden key. That's what I'm supposed to be doing, as what I should be focusing on, And, that moment, I really took it to heart and thought, okay, I got to change this. And just by chance, I decided to peruse some nostalgic previous diaries, entries, and the most horrible thing happened. I went through the pages, and a month before, last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4, 5, all the way through 8 years ago, I had written diary that was almost identical. I'm struggling because I need more sales. I'm struggling because I need better marketing. I need to focus on getting more customers. I am going to start focusing on it. And man, that hit me. For 8 years, I struggled. I wrote down exactly what I should have been doing, but I didn't change it for 8 years. And it was just sad flipping through those pages, looking over the years of, my continual realization that I need to bring in more customers and focus on marketing and not do anything about it. And it's such a wake-up call to me. I finally hit a rock bottom. I had 4 employees. I was losing money on my projects. I truly didn't have money then. And I just had to get rid of everybody. There was a lot of reasons why, but one of them was I wasn't making money on my projects. But I let them all go. And it was at that turning point. I was at my lowest moment. Truly my lowest. And I shaped up. I finally got my head straight. Figured out this is what I need to be doing. I need to continually market myself. So the long and short of it is, please, I beg you, don't spend 8 years having a continual realization that you need to bring in customers and constantly struggling. Fix it now. Do something about it. If you want some practical advice, there are 4 to 5 different channels or types of marketing you should be doing. One is advertising. Facebook advertising, YouTube advertising, LinkedIn advertising. Pick one, any of those. Any of them that you think is most relevant to you, but don't spend any more than 60 seconds deciding which one is best for you. If you're not sure, just pick one. Close your eyes and choose one. Number 2, find somebody who has built a program teaching people how to do that platform. How to advertise on Facebook, how to advertise on YouTube. Whichever one it is, pick it and buy the program. I don't care if you have to borrow money from your family, your friends. Just do it. Buy the program and go deep with that program. Watch every single video. Read every single text. Every single word that's laid out. Read it all. Become the best at marketing that you can. Step 3, make sure you implement habits. Build habits that put you in a situation where every single week you're doing something to bring in new customers. Do those 3 things and you'll make it. 3 things. See, 52% of businesses never make it past $49,000 in annual gross revenues. That is sad. And the reason why that is because they don't pick up a book and learn and execute a marketing plan. That's the only reason. And yes, there's way more behind the scenes after you get a customer that you have to worry about. Most people never make it that far. Most people don't make it past step 1. So make sure you do that. I'll give you a piece of advice that has really helped me. First of all, I committed. I dedicated completely to my business. And the reason I say that is because I was distracted by tons of other opportunities that were around me. I spent time doing other different businesses. I finally quit all of those businesses and focused. I focused. And you know what that brought me? That brought me, well, success. What I wanted in life. I was finally able to build my business the way that I was hoping to build 8 years ago. Now, number 2 piece of advice is, or a suggestion, what I did 3 months ago is I decided to have at least 2 or 3 days where I did a customer acquisition activity and or learning how to bring in new customers. So here's my rough schedule. This happens every week. You could look at my calendar now. It's still there. On Monday, I create 2 YouTube videos. Now, I can create 2 YouTube videos over the span of the whole week, but that's when I get notified first. Add at least one person on Facebook. Add one person at least on LinkedIn. Post on my personal page, my business page, and on the LinkedIn business page. So that's Monday. Tuesday, educate and increase. So Tuesday is a day that I spend 30 minutes at minimum reading a book that is relevant to what I'm trying to do. In this case, marketing, learning how to create a new customer. 30 minutes, that's it. Usually I go over, because once I get 30 minutes in, I get enthralled with the book, and it becomes interesting to me, and it's easier to keep going. And then, as part of that, I believe it's part of this task, I have a reach out to somebody I haven't talked to in a year or more. Connect with my network. Seeing how everybody's doing, see what's going on, see if there's new business opportunities that I can create out of that.